All right. So yeah, so that was chapter 19 of The Mandalorian. 58 minutes, and I'll be quite honest with you, it felt long. This is one of the few rare times that I felt an episode of The Mandalorian dragged a little bit. I think they spent a lot of time with the scientist and the ex-Imperial officer there. Obviously, they both worked under the rule of Moff Gideon. But I understand a little later on why they did that, But before I get into my further thoughts of the episode, this episode was directed by Lee Isaac Chung. And the reason why that name rung a bell when I saw it is, this is the guy who directed Minari movie from 2020. I can see it now. And this is a really good director. Hasn't done that much. He was nominated, I remember. He was nominated for Best Director, Original Screenplay at the 93rd Academy Awards, like 2 years ago. Very good movie that year. Definitely was one of my favorites at that time. But yeah, I really liked his directing. And now that I know he directed this movie, I mean, Minari was definitely a slow burn type of movie. There was a lot of character development, a lot of storytelling, and that's basically what this episode was. It started off really, really strong, where you pick up from the events of the last episode with Bo-Katan and Mando with Din. And I loved how it was like nonstop action once they were trying to leave Mandalore. They got a little scuffle with the Empire there, and really amazing dogfighting scenes, which was really, really cool. And then it was a complete shift after that. We go to Coruscant, and basically the remainder of the episode, we are following the scientist from the previous seasons who, was responsible for capturing Grogu and running experiments on Grogu and wanting to kind of clone the DNA and all that kind of stuff like that. Apparently he's in this reforming program, and he's trying to transfer over into the New Republic, and but he's still got these tendencies to still want to be a scientist and do these things that's not allowed, because obviously with good reason, cloning is frowned upon, because obviously look what happened during the Clone Wars and all that stuff like that. So I loved how that kind of ties into that lore, into the prequels and stuff like that, and then bumps into another person who served under Moff Gideon. Again, it was really nice to see this actress come back. I forget her name right now, but like I mentioned, she is also in Ant-Man Quantumania. But there was something about her that I felt was off, and we finally do get to see it as she kind of encourages him to not give up on his passion, even though it's kind of illegal. And it looks like she's just working in good favors for the New Republic. Got him into trouble and messed up what she did to him in the kind of the mind wiping station, and just cranked that up to 11, it looked like. And that dude is not gonna come out good from the thing. I think his mind is gonna totally turn into mush, and he's going to be a vegetable pretty much. But you could see she was having pleasure in seeing this happen. Chomping away at the Imperial ration cookie there. So it looks like she herself is not fully being reformed as of yet. It's like she's definitely carrying on some of those Imperial tendencies. I wouldn't be surprised if she's doing that under orders of Moff Gideon, who we haven't seen yet. And we through this episode and one other episode, we heard that he's somewhere, I think, also getting reformed in a way, but we don't know if that's true or not, right? So I have a feeling that there's still a tie and connection there. It was a long way to get to that point, to kind of hint at the audience and kind of wink at the audience, saying like, no, she's not good, she's up to no good, and she may be doing this in conjunction with what is to come later on from Moff Gideon, or whatever the case is. So it took a long time to get to that point, but we got it. And then the episode ends with, Mando taking Bo-Katan back to the hideout of his clan, and proving to them that he has been reformed and he's now a Mandalorian again, and she is too, because they both went into the waters. But since she's alone, she is now part of their creed, and she was saying a lot of stuff about them on the way there that she doesn't. You could tell she doesn't really buy into the whole belief system that they have about the no helmet situation and all that. Plus, she's also used to ruling her own people. So now that she's kind of have to follow someone else in another clan that's not hers, I have a strong feeling that she's really not so psyched and happy about that. It's too bad we couldn't see her reaction and face under that helmet, but I could only assume that she is looking kind of like, oh no, this is not what I want, and probably trying to figure out a way on how to get out of it. They did say that she can leave anytime she wants, but while she's there, yeah, she's part of a family now, but she's going to have to follow and abide by their rules, and I know for a fact that she doesn't like that. She kind of likes her own freedom and stuff. So very interesting to see what's going to happen from here on out. I did like we didn't get a lot of Grogu in this, but what we got was very cute and interesting, especially when it looks like he's trying to speak for the first time. We saw that this is the way, between Mando and Bo, and it sounded like he was trying to say it too. So Grogu is slowly developing and growing. So I thought it was really kind of cool to see that. But yeah, I won't be surprised if a lot of people are going to dislike this episode, or as they often do on the internet, they're going to say that this is filler. This was a filler episode and all that stuff. I won't necessarily 100% disagree with them, but there was a reason behind what was done and portrayed in this episode. But like I said, it took a while to get there, but point was made. We kind of know there's a hidden threat, perhaps somewhere there on Coruscant. And that could later on threaten Din and Bo and Grogu there in the future episodes. So, yeah, let me know in the comments what you all thought about this. What you thought about this episode. How did you feel towards the end? Did you feel like it kind of went on a little bit too long than it should have? Was there anything that you found quite memorable or interesting that happened throughout? Or was this an episode that you were just not fond of and you're just gonna end up writing it off as, okay, that was a episode, let's move on from here and see what happens next? Let me know all of that in the comments. But that's pretty much it for me today. Again, thank you so much for joining me on this watch along reaction to season 3 of The Mandalorian. If you haven't done so yet, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help support and grow this channel, help others find this channel, along with helping yourself find more content like this in recommendations and all that. Also, don't forget that if you are interested in audio versions of episodes like this, type in LOWKEY GEEK on your podcast platform of choice, where you could find this and many other episodes to download and listen to. And lastly, one last reminder that if you are in a position to further help grow this channel and help support this channel further, don't forget to check out the affiliates in the description of this episode, especially 80s Tees. Perhaps you can get something really awesome for yourself or for a loved one, and by doing so, you'll be helping support and grow this channel at no additional cost to you. So again, thank you so much for all of your consideration and for all of your support. That's it for me right now. Until next time, stay cool, stay classy, stay safe. Catch you in the next one. All right, peace out, y'all.